Hello and happy finally opening day from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. I think every American child, and for that matter, every American adult, should own a proper baseball glove. Don't you? I do. We'll get back to sports momentarily. But right now, as Putin gets more petulant and more frustrated, he's getting much more desperate and really much more dangerous at this point. News this morning that Russia has arrested an American journalist who works for the Wall Street Journal, and he's going to be charged with trumped up espionage charges, etc. That is a significant escalation of tensions here, as is Putin's announced intent to place tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus, as is Putin's suspension of nuclear notifications with the United States. Bottom line, April could get awful dicey. At least for now, though, the West coalition is holding together with respect to Ukraine. I was heightened to learn that Germany has provided and approved an additional $13 billion of arms aid for Ukraine. Also this morning, we awakened with the news that 2 U.S. Army helicopters, Black Hawk helicopters, have crashed in Kentucky. Crew fatalities are expected, although the crash was not in an inhabited area, so we don't think there are any fatalities of people on the ground. There's been another very worrisome train derailment, this one in Minnesota, this one involving ethanol and corn syrup, which apparently is not just for breakfast anymore. Okay, we all know that the easiest and surest way to get on Trump's shit list is to simply tell the truth. Nothing makes him madder than that. So I assume that Rupert Murdoch knew that before he spilled Fox's rancid beans. And by the way, you got the holy trinity of Tucker Carlson and Hannity and Ingram, but I'll just tell you this, don't go to sleep or underestimate Maria Bartiromo, because she's a comer for sure. Okay, interesting. The New York grand jury weighing the hush money allegations against Trump, well, they're going to meet Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, but they're going to take the rest of the month of April off. Now, there are many different ways to interpret that, and I am not going to jump the gun. So Pence says he'll get back to us about this subpoena thingy. Bill Mikey, that's not the way this works. Now, this is too good. Did you see that Disney may have head-faked DeSantis and his rubber-stamped Reedy Creek Improvement District? Okay, it seems that back in February, the outgoing board approved a new agreement with Disney and didn't tell anybody. But apparently that agreement may be binding. This was before DeSantis' goons took over. So the bottom line is the mouse may still run Central Florida, for the next 30 years or so. Wow! How's that taste, DeSantis? What do you think? Also, heartened, I should say, by this news. Apparently, the Pope is improving. He's recovering from symptoms of a respiratory infection, and we're told that he does not have COVID. All right, so opening night for the Stros, and they're the preseason betting favorites to win another one of those spiky trophies with all the flags and all that kind of thing. That's great. Justin Verlander, who's he? The Stros give the ball to Framber Valdez tonight. And the last time we saw Framber, he was flambeing the Phillies in the World Series. Let's run it back. Okay, was last night the last time we'll see Pop coach the Spurs at the AT&T Center? Really? Now, the Spurs have 2 home games remaining, but they're both going to be played in Austin. Pardon my cynicism, but I pretty well assure you there are going to be a lot more games played in Austin, because that's the way these things work. The Sacramento Kings are in the NBA playoffs. Hey, anybody can have an off 16 years. Football, the Falcons have signed, this is a good pickup, veteran defensive lineman Calais Campbell. I don't know that any team in the NFC South is going to win the Super Bowl next year, but that's going to be a fun division, because all 4 of those teams have improved significantly in the offseason. And finally, this is just some friendly advice for Lamar Jackson. Lamar, take a deep breath and realize this. Of the 32 teams in the NFL, the team that loves you the most is the Baltimore Ravens. Come to your senses. Let's all do the best we can. Go Stros. We're radically rational.